This isn't my normal upload time, and this isn't my normal type of video, but it's urgent because EA may have just made the biggest mistake in FIFA Ultimate Team history, in FIFA history. I'm not talking biggest mistake of the year. I'm saying this is the biggest mistake that EA has ever made, and they make a lot of those. So that is saying something. EA today released onto the market. I'm showing you guys right now on the screen. This is somebody else opening the pack. I was at work when it happened. EA released a 25k pack that gave you a tradable FUT hero card in the first 2 weeks of the game. Now, at the end of the year, this is already kind of crazy. Let's say it was July, August, very end of the year. This is already a crazy pack to begin with. I don't know if this was meant to be an SBC. I don't know if this was meant to be 250,000 coins, but everybody had the option to open this pack right away at 6 p.m. content, and it crashed the market for everything. As you guys can see on your screen here, I'll show you guys. Here's Darwin Nunez before I refresh, and here's Darwin Nunez after I refresh. This card is not even in packs, and it went down. That is the safest card or safest card type to really have right now. It still went down. That's how much it brought down the market, but that does not show nearly how bad it got, because as you can see right here, Yaya Toure was 715,000 coins, and that might not have even been his lowest point. This is just what FUTBin picked up and what this guy took a picture of. But if you take a look at Yaya Toure's price yesterday and even currently right now, Yaya Toure is 1.32 million coins. That card, as you can see on the hourly graph, went from 1.6 million all the way down. It didn't even pick up a lot of what happened, all the way down to 700k. It dropped in price by about 65% of the card, which is ridiculous. Not just him. You can take a look at Ginola. This is a price that people saw, 1.1 million, and it wasn't just one of them. There are 5 cards there that FUTBin picked up. You can assume that it was much cheaper at certain points, but that's the lowest that FUTBin picked up and somebody got a picture of. Let's take a look at what Ginola's price was yesterday. And right now, it's already back up to 1.9 million coins. Just yesterday, it was 2.36 million coins. That dropped 1.5 mil in just a few minutes. Obviously not what EA wanted to do. Obviously a big, big mistake from EA. And to be honest, I'm not sure if they know how to fix it. Because what they went out and did, and I talked to a couple of different content creators. Unique Riggers was one of them I talked to a lot. He actually gave me that footage from earlier of him opening the pack and packing Mascherano. He was saying that EA were literally going out and buying all of these cards off of the market to make them recover in price, as to hopefully not completely ruin somebody's ultimate team this early in the game. Because let's assume that you had a tradable Ginola. Well, you're going to actually just lose all those coins. There's nothing about it that's going to save you. Unless EA price fixes it themselves, which is basically what they did, which is absolutely insane to me. It really is crazy. I do not even know where to start with how big of a mistake this is from EA, but what I will say is here are the cards that we need to pick up moving forward. Here's how we can make profit post-mistake, because unfortunately I was at work when it happened. I couldn't make profit with those cards, but there are other cards that are down in price because this caused a market crash for everything. You saw all these cards dropping in price, all these heroes, and what people did was they took the cards that were on their transfer list already and they just started selling all of them. Now, I sold these cards last night, so I'll go ahead and clear those off my transfer list, but they had Gabriel Jesus, they had Nunez, they had whatever in their club, and they saw these cards dropping in price and this tradable SBC or tradable pack for heroes go onto the market, and they just started selling to try to pick up the cheap deals for the hero cards. So everything went down in price. If we take a look at the overall FUTBin tracker, we can see it. We can see how much red there is for these cards. And even if the cards are in the green, you can see it did drop at one point and it's just recovering. Van Dijk went from 197k all the way to 184, and now he's spiking back up in recovery, and that's what a few of these cards are doing. You can see that drop. Salah went from 231 all the way to 206, just a few minutes. It literally just took a few minutes for these cards to drop. And then if you take a look at the ones that are still in the red, I mean, this Nkunku went from 140,000 coins to 115k in just a few minutes. The insane percentage of drop is, honestly, it's not even on you guys. If you invested in a card right now and you have it in your club or you have it on your transfer list, there's a good chance it went down in price. And to be honest, it's not your fault. Don't listen to any traders that come out and say, oh, we predicted this. Oh, we saw this coming. This is just a massive mistake on EA's part, and now we've got to play damage control with our own coins on EA's behalf, on EA's mistake. I always say, sell into the hype. Don't put your coins into the hands of EA. Nothing could have prepared us for something like this. And unfortunately, I'm losing coins on my Nunez card. If we take a look at the Nunez cards that I had, the cheapest one I got was for 70 or 68,000 coins, I believe was the cheapest one, but I got most of them for 78,000 coins. So on all of these cards that went from 78, 70, I was actually in profit. He was up to 81,000 coins. I was starting to get into the profit zone with him, and then he started come crashing down, which absolutely stinks. If we take a look at how far he actually got down, 65,000 coins was pretty evident right there. He went all the way down to 65k, and he was at like 79, 80,000 coins at his lowest point. And now he was down to 65k. Now he is recovering slowly. If I refresh this page and scroll back across, you can see he's up to 72,000 coins right now. Thankfully, Gabriel Jesus is also recovering because he was down for just about what I bought him for at about 220k, because I bought him right here. I bought him at about 220,000 coins right there. I was already in the profit zone. He was up to 260,000 coins earlier today, and then he went all the way back down to what I got him for. So now we play damage control. On the cards that we already have, I say hold. I say do not panic sell any of these guys. They will recover. In fact, for some of these guys, especially the ones that are out of packs, I'm looking at Renato Sanchez, and I'm thinking, okay, this card, this Renato Sanchez, was so much more expensive, and then he crashed from 360,000 coins with a card that's out of packs. He's already got one win, and as I'm recording this video, Sergio Ramos actually just got a red card for PSG. So right now they are still tied 0-0. But if he scores again and they have a second win, I could already start seeing this card rise. And within the next 2 weeks alone, he's going to get an upgrade up to 83 rated. And then if Portugal win another game in the World Cup, he gets to 85. So there's a lot of upside on a card like Renato Sanchez, even though I don't have him yet. It's a card that I've been looking at. I think that if PSG do tie this game, there is a chance I could get him from maybe 5, 10k lower, but there's also a good chance he spikes back up to 350, 360 if they do end up scoring in the next 30 minutes. And you guys will know that by the time I upload this video. You guys will know if PSG have won or not by the time this video goes up, but I am going to upload it right after I finish recording. So I say definitely do not go out and panic sell any cards, especially if they're out of packs right now. What I would say is the opposite end of the spectrum. Let's see if we can get in on some deals on maybe current team of the week, on maybe road to the knockout cards, and maybe hero cards themselves. But just understand that if you're going to go in with hero cards, there is going to be something hero related. I assume that they redrop into the game that is fixed, and it's not going to be a tradable pack that goes onto the market and crashes the market again. They might do an untradeable Heroes pack. They might do a Heroes SBC. I'm not even sure where this hero thing came from. It was kind of out of the blue. Oh, I was really hoping that was Andrew Robertson. Ends up being Scott McTominay for today's pack. Definitely not worth opening that. So get on the market and start looking at some prices. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the cards that I'm looking at. We already mentioned Renato Sanchez. I think he's a pretty good card to keep your eye on, but there's current informs that have been fluctuating really well for profit. You saw on my transfer list at the beginning of this video, I flipped a couple Rafael Leao, I flipped a couple Timo Werner, I flipped a Ben Yedder. those cards are really fluctuating a lot, which makes it a very good card to pick up during the day and then sell later at night. As you can see, this Timo Werner, his card, after he started dropping and he got into nighttime, this was his lowest point on yesterday. And he got down to 20,000 coins, but at nighttime he went back up to 27,000 coins. And after tax, which is only about 1,500 coins, it's not even 1,500 coins, you're making 5K per card on that. And he got down to about 20K, and he's still sitting at about 20,000 coins. I think he goes back up to 24 or 25,000 coins into the night tonight. You can make easy 3 to 4K per card. Taking a look at a couple others, I think Rafael Leao has recovered decently already. He did get down to 75. He's already 83, so I would say he's already up enough to stay away. But Ben Yedder, on the other hand, is still down. He's at about 98,000 coins, and we can see he got all the way up to 100 and, a safe sell for 123K overnight. If you sold him at the perfect time, 130. But that's a good flip because I think he gets up to 110 no problem, and you can make about 5K per card minimum. So I really like that card as an investment. And then you've got Milinkovic-Savic, which might be a little bit more of a slow burner. His card went from 23 to 28,000 coins, but he is fluctuating with them as well. He got as low as 22, so I wouldn't spend more than 22 on Milinkovic-Savic. But the thing about him is that he's also 87 rated. So 87 rated cards, especially once they start throwing informs into SBC cheapest solutions, that's a card that's going to rise over time. You might not want him over Werner for a nightly flip, but it's definitely a card that's going to do well over time. So if you want to hold on to one of them, maybe club stock a Milinkovic-Savic, it wouldn't be a terrible idea. Bergwijn, this is a card that I've got on my transfer list, and as you can see, there's a pretty steep drop, but it is a little bit more exaggerated than what it might seem, is because he was only at 13.5 thousand coins before the crash, but he did go from 13,000 coins all the way down to discard price. You can get him for 9,900 coins on a snipe or a bid right now pretty easily, which is zero risk at all. Plus, Ajax won their game today 4-2, which means that he's on track to get those 3 wins in a couple of weeks. This Bergwijn card, kind of similar to the Werner. I'm not expecting to sell that card tonight. I think that's going to be a card that you want to hold on to over the course of the next week or two. So another card that you definitely want at least one of in your club, make some easy coins. But there's literally no risk on this investment. You can buy him for 9,900 coins, quick sell for 9,900 coins, and then in 6 days come back to it, get him out of the quick sell recovery. You basically invested in that card for 0 coins and you made some profit 5 or 6 days from now. So that's a good option as well. Now we're already seeing a good recovery on these gold cards, but they took a hit as well. Everything went down, and even when you look at that price that says 464,000 coins, that's not even as low as he got, which is crazy, and that's Neymar right there. Which is crazy. He got even lower. So there was definitely an opportunity to pick up cards, but we cannot sulk about that. We've got to look forward to what these cards are going to do tonight and tomorrow. And I think that for me, the best flips are going to be a couple of these informs. Long-term, hold on to the OTWs, and then maybe take a look at which cards haven't recovered all the way to what they were beforehand. Heung-min Son was 120,000 coins. Now he's 104. I think you could see a nice recovery on him to 115. Make yourself a nice 6,000-7,000 coin profit, maybe more. Let's see what else. Let's see. Ooh, Nkunku is 124. I would say he's already risen 9K. Maybe a card that you could pick up, but at 124, I think you're gonna look for him at less than 120 for sure on his card. Messi is out of packs right now. He's actually out of packs, and what's in packs is his road to the knockout. He got down to 277, and now Messi is back up to 292. So the market is recovering. EA are definitely playing defense. They have been buying up a lot of the cards, and you guys might ask yourself, or ask me, Elite, what do you mean by EA buying these cards? Well, when they make a mistake as big as the mistake that they've made today, what they'll do is they'll go out and they'll manipulate the market themselves because they have that power. They have unlimited amount of coins. They can do whatever they want with the market to kind of make it less of an open market and fix it. So yes, they kind of used it for good today, but it's definitely evident at different times. Whenever there's a card that's extinct for too long, maybe it's super rare, super tough to pack, what they'll do is they'll just throw 20 of them on the market. They won't throw 20 into packs and have people sell. They'll just throw 20 on the market to add supply. And what they did today was the opposite, is they wanted to take the supply away. They absolutely killed the price of these hero cards. And somebody, let's say I traded up to, 1.8 million coins. I bought myself a Yaya Toure I've been saving up for, and then a couple hours later, they make a mistake that takes his card from 1.8 million to 700,000 coins. I log in later that night. I see how many coins I lost. I'm probably not going to log back in ever again. That's going to absolutely destroy my motivation and my love for the game, my love for the grind. I'm going to think it's a waste of time. I'm going to be aggravated. I'm going to be angry. And so they didn't want that to be the reaction. So they tried to play a little bit of defense. They went out onto the market. They bought up all these hero cards, took them out of the game, killed the supply because there shouldn't be that many hero cards on the market, and fixed it to an extent. Because as you guys can see on the market right now, Ginola, who is well over 2 million coins, like by several 100,000, this Ginola card is now less than 2 mil by a lot, and there's still quite a bit of supply on the market. But he is recovering. He is going back up. It is quick as well. They are recovering. EA definitely playing a factor, but on top of that, people are noticing, okay, well, you know what? If this card was that expensive yesterday, that card is definitely going to have some sort of recovery for me, and I might make some coins off of it moving forward. But the thing is that these cards that got thrown into the game, I mean, there's just going to be more supply than we had ever expected on them this early in the game, which is definitely going to make their price a little bit lower. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it for today's video. An absolute curveball, and hopefully you guys didn't have too many of the cards that crashed a lot. Hopefully you didn't panic sell, because I always say, do not panic sell, wait till they recover. Even if you don't end up making profit, you can make a lot of the coins back and limit your losses. If you made it to the end of the video, go ahead and type in the comments, leave a comment that says SMH EA. Shaking my head EA, or something about EA's mess up, and I will make sure to heart that comment. I appreciate you guys making it into the end of the video. That's going to be it for me today, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video, where hopefully we make some more profits, and hopefully EA don't end up doing something like this ever again. Peace out.